Good evening, I am Kevin Powell, also known as VoiceOver AU, also known as the person who remembered to unmute his mic. My Stream Deck continues to argue with me about that one particular function. It's a mystery to me, but it doesn't matter because we're here. Friday night means that we are heading back to the Wasteland, and that means Fallout 2. Hey Geordie, how you doing? Thank you so much for joining us. Quick off the mark tonight, or is that just my tardy start? I had a bit of an argument with Steam a little bit earlier. Geordie, how has your day been? Because we haven't had a chance to chat on Discord today. Geordie is one of our regular Discord chatters. And a wonderful supporter of the stream. You're not too bad. Awesome to hear that. Friday night's question, as always, is what is the best thing that has happened to you this week? So give that some thought. Now, you might be able to saw my highlight and figured I'd be live. I see. My highlight. Do you mean... I'm confused as what do you mean there? Do you mean in terms of what Discord was telling you about what I was streaming, or my highlight from last week? When was it? No, we haven't streamed Fallout 2 in a while, actually. Yeah, it's been a while. Because last week I was sick, so I missed both streams. So where are we in Fallout 2? We're in Vault 13. And last week I was ready to up and leave after kind of being stymied. Not sure what to do. But I think I have a path forward. I suspect that what I need to do is as simple as going into the right room. I think the GECK might actually be lying around for the taking. We'll have a see. Have a look-see. Because I don't think I went in here before. Oh, Discord shows a highlight just before I go live. Oh, how interesting. I did not know that. Now, from memory, it's 2 to pick locks. So yeah, so we're here. We're in Vault 13. We're in the Promised Land. So... Hopefully there's something here that makes our time worthwhile. Because if not here, I'm kind of at a loss as to like where we go next. Like I know there's this... You see navcom parts. Hello. Ah. Hang on, is that going to let me scroll up? Interior of machine. The fact that they say Poseidon Oil and Navigational Computer on the side leads you to believe they fit into a Poseidon Oil Navigational Computer. Yeah, well, I guess that's a fair assumption. Let's take that. The best thing that happened to you this week has been your psychologist appointment today. That's awesome to hear. Does that mean you've had 2 this week, or is my sense of scale of time messed up? Because I thought that you had one earlier in the week as well, but I could be wrong. Doctor's bag, stim packs, could use more of those. Super stim pack, always up for that. Just the one, gotcha. Well, I'm glad to hear that it was. I'm glad to hear that it was a highlight of the week and that it was productive for you. I had my first psych appointment in a long time this week too, and it was interesting. Let's see how that goes. There it is, folks. We are what? What's the clock running at? 4 minutes, 44 seconds in. And that is the GECK. The GECK. Thank you for coming. So it'd be interesting to see what happens next, because... And I think I'm not sure if I mentioned this before, but I'm kind of at a loss as to like what happens next, because I don't know how to engage with the Enclave. Like from a little bit of reading and sniffing around the plot that I did before starting playing this game, I know that my end game involves the Enclave, but I don't know. Like we've been up to their base in, what was it, Navarro? Like we enlisted, and then we got out. But I mean that kind of petered out. You're a bit excited for tomorrow. What's happening tomorrow? Tell me more. Water chip, flamethrower fuel, combat armor. Man, there's some good stuff in here. Computer voice module, which was no use to me. One of your cousins is getting married. That's awesome. So where you're heading off to the wedding tomorrow? Now, where's that computer chip? I want to take a look at that again. Let's see if we can get like a proper description of it this time. Son of a... Alright. These are computer parts that look like they slot into the interior of a machine. Oh, okay, that's all we get. Awesome! Well, I hope you have a fantastic time at the wedding. More plasma grenades is always good. Pulse grenades, I guess, are never a bad thing. That was a tidy little haul. We have the GECK, folks. We had to cheese getting in here. Getting out is still gonna be... Oh, actually, no, we don't. That's alright. We don't have to worry so much about getting out. Yeah, I can't get past. I was thinking about Fallout 2 this week, leading up to the stream. And because one of the things I want to start doing is I want to start sort of summarizing the experience of games. And it's been an interesting one. Like classic RPGs in the way that they handle their plot, I think there's a big difference between how they do things and how it tends to happen in more modern RPGs. Because in this game, you really have to work to find that major through line of plot. In fact, you could even make the case that there isn't really a central through line of plot. Like the Enclave have an effect, and the Enclave are the closest thing to a through line of plot, but we don't deal with them in multiple locations. At least we haven't so far. We'll see how that happens. You hope it won't rain like it does today. Yeah, I hear you. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed for your cousin that there's no rain tomorrow. Have I ever played I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream? No, I haven't. I haven't. Is that... Who wrote that novel? Is that a Philip K. Dick novel? I want to say that because, like, 50% of all sci-fi that gets adapted is a Philip K. Dick novel. Turns out you have really good ideas when you take, like, a lot of drugs. What are we doing? Vault 13... Got GECK. Oh, okay. So tell me more about it. What's it all about? Or, like, what made you think of asking that question? And the other thing I've been thinking about with this too is... Alright, I think I'll be leaving now. So we're just going to bounce out of here because trying to fight both of them is... We did that multiple times last time and it wasn't going to happen. Even with the super stim pack I've got now. How many does that make? Like, those death claws are rough. There's the other thing I was thinking about, like, with this too. Like, I'm kind of keen to see... Harlan Ellison! Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I'm keen to see how Fallout Tactics is going to treat us, because the combat in this game... Like, I don't want to bag the experience of it, but I wouldn't say that it's been fun. Like, it's been really visceral at times, and it's great, like, when basically you've got the upper hand, but the difficulty curve, combat-wise, is so uneven in this game. A good game if I like retro games. Oh, okay, well, I'm kind of looking at playing through... It's more a Fallout thing than it is a retro thing. Like, I wanted to start with sort of the earlier parts of the Fallout series. And it's funny actually that it was Fallout 76 that sparked that interest, because Fallout 76 doesn't seem to be doing great at the moment. I hope it finds its feet. I still haven't logged in, I've got to confess. I've got to pick it up on PlayStation 4 instead. But yeah, the difficulty curve here has just been so inconsistent. Like, it feels like there are these constant real, almost cliffs that you've got to climb difficulty-wise. Oh, I should mention too, I don't know if it reads on camera, but it might look like I've messed up my face. And I haven't. I've been playing with scar makeup. Because one of the things that I'm doing this weekend is I'm going off to a kind of LARP kind of game. It's Caravan. Goodbye, Caravan. I see a scarred traveler. Oh, let's have a chat. Let's see if I can trade with you. You're not the boss, I guess? Is there a boss? Can't see a boss. Oh, just keep moving. You checked out Prey on PS4, $30. Oh, okay. Cool. That's a pretty good bargain for how much that game is. Yeah, I haven't had a chance to play much of it this week. It's been a pretty busy week, but I've been really digging it when I've been playing it. You see a caravan. Yeah, the other thing that's really bugged me with this game, and I guess it's part of the design of it, is just travel anywhere is next to... Well, not next to impossible, but it's super tedious because of all of the random encounters. And I know that that's partly my fault for losing the car, for not keeping well stocked with fuel. But yeah, it's an interesting one. We talked about the storyline of this game. I think it was the last Fallout 2 stream, so that was a fortnight ago. I'm cutting through things. Yeah, we talked about basically the about playing as evil in this and how that's kind of undercut the enjoyment of things. But yes, I was saying I'm going along on Sunday to be part of kind of a LARP / mega game thing that's based on Game of Thrones. And so I'm going to be Lord Commander of the Night's Watch. So that should be fun. So I'm going to be all scarred up and stuff. Rainbow Siege 6 is $15. Oh, okay. Well, I guess that depends on that gives you two very different experiences then. Like, one is a really strong multiplayer FPS that seems to be doing pretty well. The other is like a story-based single-player game. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the game. Like, I don't tend to do that stuff much because it's gonna sound terrible, but like if I'm getting out of the house for something like that, it takes a lot for me to be willing to block out like a whole day where I'm away from family and it's not work related. But yeah, I just thought, yeah, it sounds like fun. It sounds like fun. It's set basically at the time when the Targaryens had just landed in Westeros, so it's a really interesting time and it's not all role playing based. It's like there's a lot of tabletop mechanics. But good question. I was just getting into that. We're on the same page. Yeah, it's not full role play. Like there's a lot of board game mechanics that go into the game. But I'm just going to have a great time being all gravelly and shouty as Lord Commander of the Night's Watch, even if I don't do well from a board game perspective. I think there's going to be a lot of scheming and trying to sort of negotiate with people, which is going to be the strong role-playing element of it. Like trying to convince people of things. Like one thing is you can out secrets from other houses. And that's kind of the major mechanic that I'll be engaging with, because as Lord Commander of the Night's Watch, I start like as a one-person faction, and I'm going to get an heir sent to the wall before I have someone on my team, and so you can out secrets. So I guess part of the whole thing would be like, you know, no one knows who outed a particular secret, but trying to actually convince other people, oh, that wasn't me. I've got your best interests at heart. that sort of thing. Yeah, no, there's no need to research anything, which is definitely a good thing. Like, I want to get over the next, like, over tomorrow, over one day, I want to memorize the oath of the Night's Watch, so that way when I actually have an heir come to the wall, like become part of my team, I want to be able to just do it. Just want to be able to say the oath of the Night's Watch like off by heart. I think it'd be a nice role-playing touch. And it's not long, it's a paragraph, so I mean I am used to getting like lines down and stuff like that pretty quickly. But yeah, the research thing is a good question, Geordie, because there's so much lore in that world. Especially like when you go through the novellas and the other stories, that yes, happily we don't have to research anything. It's primarily just a game. And it looks like it's going to be fun. Like, it's 30 people. There's a bunch of GMs. There's a bunch of different aspects to it. Like, there's resource management. There's combat. There's tech. So it almost is a bit like a... it's almost like playing a Civilization game or an RTS. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And I love my costume. I managed to luck into... Based during the recent book. Yeah, that's right. That's right. The most recent book was sort of a flashback, wasn't it? I didn't know that went all the way... Like, does that come... Is that during the time of Aegon? So that's during... Like, that's when the Targaryens land. Cool. I feel like I should have read it now. But yeah, that's why you can see maybe along here there's like a line of a scar, and I don't think you'll see the other one because it's around the other side. So I haven't fucked up my face. But yeah, there's so much lore in that world that if you needed to understand the lore of the world, like, that would be a nightmare. Oh, it's the Targaryen historical book. That sounds really interesting. Have you read it yourself? Or are you just aware of it? I'd be really curious to know your thoughts if you've read it. Because I've read the, You've started it. Gotcha. Oh, okay. Have you hit a point where it talks about who the Targaryens' masters were? Because in Old Valyria, like, it talks about them being under the thumb of older masters, and you sort of get the feeling that it's a very powerful faction. That, like, the Targaryens are coming to Westeros, having dealt with, like, people who are above and beyond the capacity of, you know, the first men, the Andals. Anything like that. Give me 9. Oh, okay, we're waiting for the floaters. I didn't think I missed anything, though. You don't recall. Gotcha. Oh, okay. Well, let me know how it goes. I'd love to hear more of your thoughts. Alright, let's see if we can get to the... And this is getting back to Fallout 2 for a moment. So yeah, so to tie off that conversation, I'm really looking forward to doing that Sunday. And I love my costume. I was lazy. I bought a bunch of stuff, but I managed to find some cheap stuff that looks really good. And it's going to be fun. I'm going to walk around and swirl my cloak and whatnot. Last you read, someone landed at dawn. Oh, okay. Because Dragonstone... Yeah, this must be... So this must be the point. Or they'll be, like... If they're landing at dawn, at some point they're going to go to Dragonstone, and that's going to become the center of power for the house. Ah, that's awesome. When it's done well, the feeling of retreading those old legends and filling in the gaps can be really evocative. Because the moment in the last season of Game of Thrones when... Because I don't think the books are even up to it yet. But when Daenerys... Daenerys? Before Dance of Dragons. Oh, wait, hang on. A Guardian portal. Oh, hang on. This is the thing that lets me time travel, isn't it? Let's save game. Alright. Guardian portal. So this has taken us back to Vault 13. I think this is another one of the game's gags from memory. But yeah, that moment when Daenerys, I can't remember how to pronounce her name now. But when she retook, like when she took Dragonstone, like she reclaimed the ancestral seat of her house, that was a really powerful moment. I thought that Emilia Clarke did a really good job with conveying the weight of that feeling of I have returned, because it's the moment we've been waiting for in the books for goddamned ever. Like, she'd spent so much time just messing around over, oh god, I can't even remember the name of the other continent now. You might be able to help me out with that one. The name of the other is 40 water flasks. Let's take them. Let's take all the water flasks. What can we do here? Well, it had been abandoned since what's his name had died, but she didn't have to wrest it from anyone, but she did claim it. Like, she was like, yeah, Stannis, thank you, Stannis Baratheon abandoned it and then died. But it was still a powerful moment of her claiming it. You see it. You see a terminal with a functioning water chip. Nice. You have broken the water chip. Oh! That's right. I remember this. Might be anywhere from 100 to 150 days before the vault runs out of water. Gain 100 experience points. Hey, Ozdeck, how you doing? How you doing? I'm good. How are you? Well, there you go. We just traveled back through time. We traveled back through time and broke. You gonna work for me? You are gonna work for me. And broke the water chip in the original vault. Do we still have the stuff that we grabbed? Yeah, we do. We now have all the stim packs. Yeah, well, she was actually, I mean, she was making the smart decision of establishing a base of power, wasn't she? Like, she at least recognized that she needed to, that they had work ahead of them before she could go and take the throne. But the War Room was also kind of the center of the power of Dragonstone as well. Like, that's sort of where everything happened from. But yeah, it was good. It was a great moment. What's been happening in your neck of the woods, Ozdeck? How's shipwork treating you? Guardian of Forever. We have the GECK, by the way, Ozdeck. We have the GECK. We're heading back to Arroyo, and we're going to see what happens next. I'm not sure how much time is left in Fallout 2. It'll be on to Fallout Tactics soon. No stress, no stress. Thank you so much for popping in and saying hi. I really appreciate it. Been ages since you played one of these. I hope she cleaned it after Melisandre had her butt on it. Well, I guess it depends on how you look at it. I mean, Melisandre's butt, the glamour version of her butt's a very nice butt. So, you know, I don't know that you'd necessarily want to clean it. The non-glamour version of her, that's a whole different thing. Hey, Heron, thank you so much for joining us. How's your Friday treating you? We have the G.E.C.K. Oh, did I? Thank you for letting me know. I updated my tags, but I didn't update the episode title. Let's do that very quickly now. I almost feel silly as well for having named an entire episode after G, when given that, okay, episode 21 to G.E.C.K. with this. Prescient! A prescient title, I tell you folks. Whee! Because we have the G.E.C.K. We have the G.E.C.K. and we are headed to Arroyo. Mr. X was the highlight. Yeah, Mr. X was definitely a literal game changer. There we go. We've updated the title now. Thank you for pointing that out. I really appreciate it. I was doing sort of like a starting to do like a bit of a summary of the experience so far of Fallout 2. And these random encounters I definitely won't miss. Like, I think there's a definite difference in the feel of them, like when you... Because the only other Fallout I've played is a bit of Fallout 4, and the random encounters in there feel like fun, they feel like opportunities. Probably because in part the shooting is so good. But you also have more of a chance to evade them. But yeah, I'm not going to miss the... I saw there was a mod that puts Mr. X in nothing but a tight Speedo. He'd have a bit of a Colossus vibe at that point, I think. Like, I know his skin isn't metallic, but it's sort of grey and he's big and built, and yeah, I'm looking forward to like what's going on, finding out what's going on with Mr. X. Looking forward to finding out what's going on with the Enclave here too. I've got to figure out how I'm going to engage with them. Let's see what happens when we head back to Arroyo. As always, folks, the question of the night is, for a Friday night stream, what is the best thing that has happened to you this week? Let me know what the best thing is that's happened to you this week. Oh, I'm now surrounded by floaters. Well, I guess we're gonna have to shoot our way out. Is there a short way to say you're welcome? Like a less formal way that some people say in English is like no probs or no problem. When someone says thank you. That's one way, Heron. Yeah, there you go for chat speak. YW. You're thinking about the yummy wrap you had for lunch, Geordie. What did you have? What was on the wrap? Tell us. Tantalize us with your food. Now I've got to remember which weapon we're using. Is it the pulse rifle? I don't think it was the pulse rifle that we were using. I can't even remember what gun I was using. It was a good gun. I remember that much. Maybe it was the pulse rifle. I know we had to change a few times. It must be the pulse rifle. Oh, I've got a HK, I suppose. I've got a lot of 10mm ammo. Pumpkin hummus, roast beef, cheese, and tomato. That sounds amazing. Yeah, no wonder. No wonder you're thinking about it. Microfusion cells. Let's go back to using the HK for now. Jacketed hollow points. Let's fill it full of those. Whee! And let's commence with the shooting. Oh, there we go. We'll find out just how much damage these centaurs are going to do. Maybe not much. No, let's get rid of the one that's down while we're here. No? Apparently not. Am I dying repeatedly again? No, I haven't died yet. I haven't died yet this game. And now I'm poisoned. Let's see how that goes. I mean, that being said, I'm now surrounded by centaurs, so... Hey, Damien Wise, how you doing? Who am I and what have I done to Kevin? That's a good question. You'll never know. You will never know the answer to what has happened to Kevin. I have taken his place. All you hear is crunching. Yeah, that's just the sound of those centaurs again and again and again. I was saying before, I'm not going to miss these random encounters. Good lord. Please turn around and show us your neck. Nice. Oh. I'm looking forward to popping out my stash of barcodes for the stream. I was saying before too, I don't know if it reads on camera, but I've been playing around with scar makeup today. Because I'm doing like a LARPy thing on Sunday. So, I don't know. I don't know if you can see the scars, but that sort of helps with the perception of me being evil Kevin. Oh, there we go. Finally killed. Alright, now there's a gap. I am Lord Commander of the Night's Watch. That is correct, Geordie. Oh, you sons of a... So two of them are going to box me in now. This is going to be annoying. It's going to be really annoying. It's going to chew through all my ammo.
Lord Kevin of House Powell, Lord Commander of the Night's Watch.
Indeed. Indeed. These things just soak up damage. Please die. Thank you. I apologize as well for blowing my nose, but I'm still a little bit sniffly. My cold is gone, but I'm still a little bit sniffly. I'll get stabbed by my fellows and or get turned by the White Walkers. That's probably going to be my future, yeah. You can't say I didn't sign up for it. At least, you know, at least it's, the game that I'm playing is going to be set, It's going to be set in the time of Aegon's return, so the Targaryens have landed, so the White Walkers aren't around yet. Unless they're going for an alternate future. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's skedoodle. I'm not a bastard. Ah, that's so very kind of you to say, Geordie. So how are folks? Let me know what the best thing is that's been happening to you this week. Our Friday night question. Nicely played, Heron. Look, if you were leaving it to me to decide, I would say that I am somewhat of a bastard. Alright. We're headed back to Arroyo. We have the GECK. This is pretty freaking exciting. Good lord. And now we encounter in before he gets captured by Ramsay Bolton. Yeah. Happily, House Bolton is not a thing at the moment. Crash shuttle. They had the flayed man. Good lord. The game's really bringing out the stops. We just hit the Guardian portal before. Best thing was taking today off and watching most of the Umbrella Diaries. Ah, nicely done, Ozdeck. No spoilers. I'm only on episode 2, but I'm glad you're enjoying. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I'm at my maximum. Oh no, I'm at my maximum weight capacity. All right, let's drop some garbage. Let's drop that. Computer voice module. I'll keep that just in case. The scenery in this location tells a curious story. It does. It does indeed, Damien Wise. It tells a very curious story. I don't really want to get rid of right away. Oh my Geiger counter. What can we get rid of? Crowbar? Don't really need a crowbar anymore. Vault 15 keycard. We don't need to go back to Vault 15. Vault 15 shack key. We can get rid of that. NCR history hollow disk. We can get rid of that. Rope I want to keep. Gloves we can get rid of. We're not going to go back and reprise our boxing career. If we were, we would use the weighted ones. Day pass, no use. Vault City is a smoking ruin. Best thing for you this week was the stream yesterday. A lot of effort last week into a complete rework of visuals and introduced a lot of interactive features. Oh, fantastic! That's glad to hear, Heron. I look forward to sitting in on. I look forward to finding the time to lurk on one of your streams and have a look at that. The overlay information you sent me looks amazing. Like, it looks really vibrant. So I'm glad that's working out for you. And I imagine there would be as well, like some real teething pains involved there. Got a phaser. Can the phaser fire? But yeah, it feels like the game is really bringing out sort of the it's pulling out the stops in terms of its funky pop culture references, because this is the second one, the second funny thing we've had this evening. Small energy cell. Appears to have some sort of energy generator inside. If it wasn't damaged, this gun could be the ultimate weapon against any enemy. The backup energy module consists of your small energy cell. Interesting. Do I have small energy cells? I'm not sure I do. I can get more. Microfusion cell. 14 mil AP. Alright, I guess we're gonna get some small energy cell at some point. Got a phaser. Phaser. Torres. You see a hypo. Medical injection instrument. Looks high tech. Don't know what it's filled with, but it has 1 dose left. Let's take that. Medical officer, I guess. It's another hypo. Interesting. Can I search the space vehicle has crashed? How bizarre. Just remember that you still need to finish A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. That was the that's the Eggy or Egg book, isn't it? Where they have adventures when they're younger, like the dude who ends up at the wall. If I got that right. Small rocks, scattered small rocks. That's the stuff that I dropped. There you go. Nice, I think my partner read that. Like, she's a much more prolific reader than me, and I think she really enjoyed it from memory. I read an interesting theory the other day about the Mad King and why he went mad, too. It's sort of tied into Bran, who seems to be the big X factor in a lot of weird rumors in Game of Thrones. They were basically suggesting that Bran tried to communicate through the through the king, like through I think he was Aegon as well. Through Aegon, tried to communicate with him and tell him to burn out the White Walkers, and that was what sent him mad. It's an interesting theory. I'm not sure that it makes for a better story than him just being mad because of centuries of inbreeding. I mean, the idea of the Targaryen house, like, having gone into that significant a decline, I think that lends Federation shuttle, nice. Oh, that's Night Flyers. Yeah, I think that's gone into second season, but unfortunately it hasn't. It's been cancelled, which is a bit sad. Prospectors. Let's have a chat with prospectors and see if we can talk to them. Put my grenade away to be friendly. Hey, prospectors. You want to look at trade? Sure. What do you got? Yeah. 6. You have, okay, 6 caps. I think you can go away. You can very much go away. Oh, so Night Flyers is good stuff? Cool. Alright, let's go have a chat to another prospector, and if we get the same deal from them, then we're out. Better keep moving. Alright, well, yeah. One more person to talk to. What have you got to say for yourself? Oh, no, there's 2 more. Alright. Well, what's that? Do. I love that your stream audience has been patient with you through that upheaval too, Heron. That really speaks to how much they appreciate your work. Alright, let's make a beeline for Arroyo. Oh, speaking about Umbrella Diaries for a second as well, my partner and I don't know if folks have tried to watch Titans, or have watched it, but my partner and I tried to watch Titans. We watched the first episode of it and found it a bit of a chore. Just its tone was just like super mean, and it was just laden with that DC, like, everything's bad. But watching Umbrella Diaries, like, we were hooked in literally the first 10 minutes. Like, we were talking to each other while watching the episode a little bit, and we were like, 10 minutes into the first episode, we were just hooked. And it just goes to show, like, how much of a difference, like, good structure makes in storytelling. Yeah, I've heard that Titans gets better, Geordie, but my problem is that, like, I'm just not willing to watch a show nowadays where I have to invest 3 episodes before it gets good. And I know that feels really harsh, but there's so much out there that is good, and so little time to watch stuff that I've got no real interest in watching something that maybe has some redeeming qualities. Like, unless I'm watching it as an academic exercise to understand, like, how it structures some part of what it's doing with its story, I don't have the time for it. And Umbrella Academy, just like, that had me hooked from the get-go. So is Night Flyers worth watching, Ozdeck? Like, would you recommend it? Yeah, and don't get me wrong as well. Like, I don't mind dark shows. I just think that sometimes when shows layer on the grimdark too thick, it just becomes like the show can't breathe. Yeah, Jared Way, like, good job to him. Like huge claps. The show is just great. Do I want to encounter some rad scorpions fighting some cannibals? No, I really don't. I want to get to Arroyo. Like, I'm not lying when I say I'm not going to miss these random encounters. Why not? Why do I not want to encounter some rad scorpions fighting some cannibals? Because it doesn't have anything for me. Oh, salty. It would have been your opportunity to die for us again. Look, that's coming. I'm going to be dealing with the Enclave. At some point, I feel, and I think when that happens, I'm going to die in spades. So buckle up for that. Like, it's coming. I do not want to encounter a group of nomads. Heron demands that game over screen. Yeah, you want to get that. You want to get that Ron Perlman goodness happening. You're dead. You're just dead. You die really badly. It is dark and fairly brutal. Are you talking about Night Flyers there, Ozdeck, or are you talking about Titans? There will be blood. There will be so much blood. Night Flyers. Gotcha. Oh, okay. Yeah. Dark and brutal, not necessarily a bad thing. Like, I picked up watching, of all things, the Punisher series, which has now been officially cancelled as well, along with Jessica Jones. And I'm not a huge fan of what it's doing with its story, but the performances are strong enough that I've been continuing to watch it, and that's a fairly dark show as well.
Chosen, the shadow of darkness arrived before you.
Oh dear.
Dark souls came. They took everyone.
Dark Souls? Oh wow. It's the Dark Souls of Fallout? Dark Souls jokes.
A rush of wind came. On it were great dragonflies that spat flame. Evil men crawled from the beasts' bellies and brought death to our warriors. The spirit was willing, but the spearheads were weak. The evil ones burned our warriors with the lights of hell.
Is this a minor spoiler as to what Kevin will play next? Oh, there's no way I'm playing Dark Souls in front of you folks. I will get so much salt for dying so constantly. Hey Capdav, thank you so much for joining us. Moon Patrol. Yeah. Doom Patrol and then Moon Patrol. Doom Patrol seems a little depressing from what you've seen. Interesting. Doom Patrol seems a little depressing, especially Robot Man's backstory. Oh, okay. What's Robot Man's backstory? I'm curious there. Didn't like the Punisher story either. Yeah, I didn't mind the villain in Punisher, but yeah, I definitely think he was... I definitely think he had the strongest use of Punisher so far in the universe has been him popping up in front of Matt Murdock and going, "You're a half measure, Red," and just going, "I'm going to kill a bunch of folks because that's what solves problems." I thought that was a really good dissection of like superhero ethics, because I think a big part of, like, I found the Daredevil series most interesting when people have just been going, "Matt, you just like to punch people a lot, don't you? You've got some serious rage issues that you're just working out." You know, it's kind of attacking the I'm not attacking, but it's playing with the parts of the Batman story that kind of are the parts that you have to ignore, like, the real world application of it. Like, Batman just goes out and turns a bunch of like 2-bit criminals into invalids every night. It'd be a lot of... If Sean Sands can stream Dark Souls, I'm sure you could too. Who's Sean Sands? I'm curious. It'd be arse ton of entertainment watching you play Dark Souls. It would be interesting to see how long I could keep cool and collected, because I know you folks have commented on that during horror games. Only doing it because GWJ raised 7k for trans life. Oh, okay, gotcha. So Robot Man gets into a car crash with his wife, and son is the only survivor and didn't find out until the end of the first episode. Yeah, that's a dark backstory. Wow. Didn't watch Punisher, but really enjoyed Daredevil. Yeah, like John Bernthal's freaking amazing in Punisher, but yeah, the story's a bit weird. Yeah, bringing back. Yeah, it's great to see Brendan Fraser getting work again. I read an interview with him a while back, and it was kind of heartbreaking. Like part of the dude kind of in part stopped working because he just destroyed his body. Like that was one part of the story. It wasn't the whole of it. Like he also dealt with sexual harassment from industry executives, which no one should have to deal with. Yeah, the cannibal is not blinking. Oh, there we go. There's a head shake. Yeah, we're kind of leaving the head of the village just hanging there. Sean Sands is one of the main hosts of Gamers with Jobs. Oh, okay. I remember that website. Yeah.
All were dead or taken. My spirit returned to flesh only to reveal the truth to the chosen.
Alright. What happens to the one taken?
A strange mist stole their minds and sent them to the land of sleep. The evil ones walked among the dreamers, yet did not dream. The beasts swallowed all, then took to the winds. Did you never listen when I taught you the yearly dance of the wind spirits? South, of course. Yes, they traveled the wind south. I overheard the dark soul speaking. They plan to rest their beasts at a place named Navarro before crossing the great basin of our Earth Mother's tears.
Wants to leave and reach that enclave. I feel like it's coming.
An ocean of tears cried by a mother for her children.
What shall I do?
For me, nothing. Chosen, you must seek the fold of the Dark Ones and rescue our people.
Huh, okay.
You are the chosen. You must do.
Wow. Well, there you go. I will check that out. I'll take a quick second to click that link so that I've got it up, Ozdeck, but I'll check that out later. Mouse cursor. Thank you so much for your company tonight. Very much appreciated. Oh yes. Hang on. I just saw that link. Yes, I freaking love that Twitter thread. If anyone hasn't, yeah, I just recommend folks check out that Twitter thread. It's amazing. Someone else tagged me in it, and it's so good. Yeah, it's so cool. Oh my gosh. And the chat just freaks out with the game over screen hype. I think there needs to be. Yeah, they definitely need to put something together for game over screen hype. Yeah, those petroglyphs are really cool. Good point. Flying monsters, other things. Where am I? Game over screen hype incoming. Gosh. Oh, nice. Wow. Okay, so it's back to Navarro then. So, okay, so getting the GECK triggers your village being slaughtered. Because you can't have anything nice in the world of Fallout. Alright, it's on to Navarro, folks! So that answers one question. How does the Enclave get involved next? Just play Nicki Minaj. That is good film clip and a good song. Anaconda. Yes! Got a lot of time for Nicki Minaj. Very smart artist. Very easy on the eye too, but very smart woman. You've watched all of Black Lightning. Is there 2 seasons now of Black Lightning or 1? I can't recall. Wow, this is huge. We're going down to Navarro now to end things. Well, so those of you who are looking for the game over screen, I think now your time is coming. Might get hype for game over screen. Cool concept, but execution's not quite there. Okay, it's sad to hear that. I would say, wow. Yes, definitely a Christopher Walken wow. You could go for like the Owen Wilson wow. 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 That'll take some work. It's not perfect. Wow. No, it's not there either. As a loyal soldier of the Enclave, I have orders to kill you. Yeah, I guess that's what happens when I leave after getting my armor and whatnots. And I've really got to watch out because those weapons still do a lot of damage. Can't wait to watch the last season of Gotham when I can. My hat's off to you, Geordie. Like, I've talked to people who watch Gotham, and it sounds like if you stick it out until the later seasons, it gets to be something really good. But like again, I just find it difficult to find the patience to watch through. I would say if you're curious about watching Black Lightning, Geordie, and you haven't watched Luke Cage, watch Luke Cage first, because Luke Cage is freaking awesome. Season 2 better than Season 1, and I'm so sad that after I'm so sad that that show has been dropped after where it left off Season 2, because I think it did a really interesting thing with its ending of Season 2. They say that about the Wheel of Time books. Yeah, I've never been able to get through. Never been able to get through those. Actually, not. I've gotten about 6 books through, but yeah. Robert Jordan was a dude who had some problems with women. And that's not a unique thing for fantasy authors, but that dude had some problems with women. Dave Navarro. Yeah, Damien Wise, how good is that Twitter thread? Did not watch Iron Fist though. Saw Defenders had had enough of him in that. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like that show never really got a chance to start the way it needed to. But yeah, I've never like. You look familiar. Oh, Chris thinks he's seen you before. Now I've got to remember what the question was that got me in there before. I'm looking for Navarro. Was this it? Saved. Let's try a different answer. A different direction. Gotham really plays on the city as another character, and that's a really interesting angle, Ozdek. Like that's an angle I'm there for. Because when Batman stories have played with that, the idea that there is something innate about Gotham that just creates these circumstances or these people, that's a big plus. Yeah, I feel like what's his name, the guy who was playing Danny Rand got thrown in the deep end with not enough time for fight training, because putting aside like whether he was the right person to cast, yeah, he just did not sell, especially when you've got what's his name, the guy who plays Daredevil, it's on the top of my head, something Cox, Charlie Cox. When you've got Charlie Cox as an ex-boxer who just fucking sells Daredevil's action like throughout the series, and then you've got this guy who's supposed to be sort of the ultimate martial artist. Yeah, he wasn't ready. I did like Iron Fist when he popped up in season, it was either 2 or 3 of Daredevil, in fact. Yeah, season 3, it might have been season 3 of Daredevil, I thought. No, it was Luke Cage. He pops up in season 2 of Luke Cage. and I thought he was used well there, and it felt like the actor had found his feet with the character, and the writers knew what to do with him as a character. He didn't feel annoying then. Oh yeah, Vincent D'Onofrio is great as a Kingpin. I want to sit down and just like study his like the voice that he has for Kingpin, because it's so fucking good. I just want to, like, that's going to be the next thing I annoy my partner with for months on end. Alright. Have you seen any vertibirds? So you know about vertibirds? Tell me what you know. Alright, I get the feeling I'm only going to get evasive answers. Let's try again. And a save's going here. Yeah, just that back of the throat. Like, the whole thing's just coming from the back of the throat the whole time. And it's just, so good. So good. The city is weird and dysfunctional. Cool. Okay. Well, that makes... If I get a chance to sit down and watch it, I might. That actually is something that could interest me. All right, what is this place? Yeah, okay, he's really going to give me the runaround now. I'm looking for Navarro. Is this it? All right, let's take a look. All right. Thanks, Chris. Great talking to you. So I guess at this point in time... it's a bummer. I was actually kind of hoping there'd be a way to join up with the Enclave. Like, have that as an ending, but I guess not. See a car. You didn't like Karen. Do you mean, oh, so you mean Karen in, like, the Daredevil universe? Because if you're talking about... I can't remember the name of the actress, but yeah, if you're talking about Karen from, like, Daredevil / Punisher / the other shows, then I disagree with you violently. I really like her as a character, and I thought she had some stronger moments in season 3 of Daredevil. I think she's a great actress, and the character, I think, it's good to have her there. Deborah Ann Wall, gotcha. Yeah. Then, sir, we are opposed in opinion. I really like her I really like her stuff. She's got a she's a huge RPG geek too, and she's got a show now on Alpha, I think, is the internet channel, and it's got Charlie Cox and a few other people like Kevin Smith, and she's running them through an RPG. Oh, she's dungeon mastering for them. Is the that's probably the clearer way of saying that. Gotham has the idea, which was played around the Dark Knight series, of the Wayne parents spending a lot of time and money boosting the city, but now it's all in neglect. Oh, okay. So does that mean then that check from escape room. That's right, R&R, yeah. From escape room. Oh, that's a new film that's coming out, isn't it? I do not recall. Yeah, Janet Varney maybe sounds familiar. I haven't seen the trailer for Escape Room though. Chris, I have some bad news for you. You're gonna get shot in the head repeatedly. On a new podcast with Felicia Day. Nice. And Felicia Day really did some strong work being in the right place at the right time with what she did with Geek and Sundry. Super impressive. Hats off to her. Goodbye, Chris. Alright, I guess we're going in guns blazing. What do you got there, Chris? A radio. Let's take a radio. Oh, well, we're on 57 hit points. Let's see what one of these hypos does. Ooh, nice. 23 current hit points. That phrasing concerns me. Yeah, I liked that point when it was used in Batman Begins as well. The idea, basically, of the Wayne Foundation, yeah, Thomas and Martha Wayne, like, having done so much to try and help the city, but yeah, that all sort of falling apart over time. It's a nice beat. Ladder. Great, let's use the ladder then. Let's see a ladder. Let's go down. Was it Felicia Day who's on the... I think it was, yeah. I can't remember who was on with her, but yeah. Seeing Vampire Jessica show up in Daredevil with warmth and depth was such a... Vampire Jessica in Daredevil. Can you explain what you mean then, Captain? You've lost me. Is that like someone who plays a vampire in another show? I do not understand. Tell me more. What do you mean by Vampire Jessica? Are we talking about Deborah Ann Wall again? Is that another role that she has? So Geordie, what can you put your finger on what it is? Oh, there we go. Jess from True Blood. That's why. Jessica. I'm with you now. It turns out when Kevin reads, he finds things out. Was Vampire Jessica on True Blood? Oh wow. I want to watch that now. Hey buddy. No need to shoot me. Huh. Now I've got to remember what sort of shenanigans I can get up to in here. It's probably a good time to save. I only have one Navarro joke. Reading is such an overhyped skill of last century. Patton Oswalt, that's right, thank you. Doing saves. It's funny, like you say that in jest maybe, Heron, but yeah, it's apparently long form reading is something that is atrophying as a skill. I'm super conscious of that with my 4-year-old and trying to make sure that she's able to and regularly does. Well, I guess she's not reading long form yet, but you know, getting her into big stories. Try to hack your system. Let's try. Oh. Wow. Computer console. Can't do anything there. No? Sleep well, Ozdek, and thank you so much again for your company. Always appreciated. Oh. Hey, buddy. What's it going to do for you? 71 points. That's sizable. Yeah, there we go. That'll do it. Laser rifle. Do I want a laser rifle? I'm inclined to say yes, but I don't have the weight allowance for it. Well, poo. Oh. A sniper rifle. which takes 223. Do I have any 223? Yes, I've got plenty of 223. No, I've got a pulse rifle. I don't need a laser rifle. Jonah was a cutie. Jonah... Which Jonah are we talking about there, Geordie? Tell me more. Microfusion cell... Microfusion cell? Yeah, I don't need a laser rifle. I've got a better one. Am I going to play Alien Blackout? That's a really good question. It sounds really interesting from reviews I've read, so probably, yeah. Oh, Jonah Heston. Okay. You see a scientist. What the hell is going on? Good question. Very good question, sir. Oh, good lord. Let's go back and have a look at that some more. Oh my. Covered by biomass. You're accompanied for Kevin for the first time when he's isolated with an alien. Yeah, that's true. That's true, it was, wasn't it? I was isolated and yet with company. With the best of company. I was another cat's paw mag. If I can take that. I'll take those stim packs. I'll take those for sure. And I don't think I've got any mentats at the moment. Oh no, I do. I've got 2 mentats. Can I take another one? Yeah, I can. That was a really good experience, Alien Isolation. It was a lot of fun. Really enjoying Resident Evil 2 now, though. I won't lie. It's nice being... Although, we got Mr. X this week, so that kind of taken us back to that Alien Isolation experience. No! Oh, yeah. Oh, the coaching. I remember the coaching. The patient coaching from you folks. That was so good. Kevin, have a look at what's above you. A pet death claw? A lot of biomass. Do I want to go through here? Where are we going? Where are we going, fam? There's a machine of some sort over there, but I don't know that that's where I want to go. It's got a stair stepper. The death claw has a stair stepper. That's wild. Have you tried out Alien Blackout at all, Geordie? Because yeah, personally the closest I've got is I've read some reviews, but the reviews were quite favourable. It sounds fun. There were just a few issues that they mentioned. Alright, well we've saved. So let's find out what happens when we talk to this Deathclaw. Greetings, human. The base is on full alert. Yes, who are you?
I am Zahn, Pack Warrior. Allow me to join you and fight at your side for our freedom. Together we stand a chance, alone who knows?
Oh, I get a Deathclaw on my side. Before I come to a decision, I'd like to know why you're here? No. That's not an Erika thing. Don't run beneath. Yes, there was the coaching this week to not attack lickers. That's very true. You're too broke for it. Sorry to hear that, man. Sorry to hear that. I don't know that I'll be able to stream it, but if I play it, I'll definitely let folks know like what I think of it. All right. Yes, the Erika response is hell yes. I will have. Ooh. Zahn is now on my side. Cool. I got a Deathclaw. Ooh, and a perk. What do we want? Bonus move. Cautious nature. More alert outdoors and enemies are less likely to sneak up on you. With this perk, you get a plus 3D perception in random encounters when determining placement. Cautious nature, I won't lie, is probably... like, that's one I'm definitely tempted for. Here and now. Level? No. Life giver. Nope, I don't want that, because it's too late in the game for that. Master Thief? No. Mutate. Sharpshooter. Have a talent at hitting things at longer distances. For each level of this perk, you get a +2 perception for the purposes of range modifiers. That could be a definite option there. Tag. Is the chief of police whole yet? No, I haven't. I didn't get a chance to fill that person full of holes. Because it took basically my being educated about how my inventory worked for me to get through like something that was holding me up. Explorer. We found a lot of special locations, so I'm not super interested in that. So it's either going to come down to cautious nature, or yeah, I think it's got to be sharpshooter. But you don't want to buy a mobile game. Is that a general thing, Heron? Like you don't like buying mobile games? Oh lord, I've got 32 skill points. What have I been doing? What have I been doing? Alright. Obviously I haven't been applying them. Alright. Energy weapons gets to go up really high. 95. Thank you. Let's put the rest in lockpick. Watched Markiplier play it and thought it was rather dull. Oh, okay. Ah, bugger. Sorry to hear that. Set up your phone and tablet to be productive. Don't want to have any games on them. Okay, that's fair enough, Aaron. There are some awesome mobile and tablet games out there, but I get your point that they're not, that your devices there are for work. I hear you. Alright, that's my level done. Boring or productive? I've got a Deathclaw companion now. That's pretty awesome. Door requires a passkey. So I feel like there's going to be something interesting behind that door, so let's go tear stuff apart until we find a passkey. You search the locker, you find nothing. Gotcha. Oh, okay. I've got a friend who, I have a friend who is similar with games, like he recognizes that he doesn't have impulse control, and so he, like, doesn't play games in general. Is there anything in here? No? Okay. We're a couple of seconds into our relationship, Zahn, and you're starting to frustrate me already. There we go. Get out of the way. Alright! Let's go tear some people apart. What is 4P1W, Geordie? You might need to explain that one to me. Ow! 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 Alright, it's laser rifles for you. 4 picks 1 word. I don't even know what that is. Tell me more. Alrighty. TG1C, I do get. That is a reference I do get. 4 picks 1 word. I'm the odd person out here. I don't understand. Alright, 84, 84. I mean, I would say the short answer is, without knowing exactly what the game is, that no, it's never bad if you enjoy playing a game. Then Like, that's never a bad thing. Hey, Zahn, come on out. Feel free to come on out, Zahn. You get 4 pictures and you have to guess what the word is. What the heck is Zahn doing? Oh, there's someone in there who's going to go tear up scientists, I guess. Well, Two Girls, One Cup happened at a time when it feels like the internet was primed for things going viral. Ow. Ow. What's Zahn doing? Zahn's getting hit by something or someone. He's getting beaten up by technicians. Playing Burning Crusade. Oh man! Burning Crusade, that's a deep cut. That's a long ways back. There we go. So you go away. Whee! Oh, I'm gaining karma. I don't want to gain karma. Yeah, it seems like nowadays those things basically they bubble to the surface. Like something will bubble to the surface for a little while and then it disappears completely. Like our span for these things is much shorter. You miss MS-DOS games. Oh, speaking of MS-DOS games, folks, or classic games. Yeah, there's no rank on the bot. Capdaf. Hang on, is... Yeah, Codsworth is with us. Yeah, I haven't implemented a rank command yet, though. There's a few things I need to get around to at the moment. Where are we? Where's Capdaf? Capdaf. I can check your rank. No, I can't, apparently. Never mind. Never mind. Back to the game. Or back to the game once I bring up the right window again. Yeah, speaking of MS-DOS games, on the Epic Game Store at the moment, Thimbleweed Park is free, folks. I would highly recommend if you don't have an Epic Store account, Epic Game Store account, I highly recommend getting one because they have a new free game every 2 weeks. I've been trying to make a habit of just going in and like just installing stuff, even if I'm not going to play it straight away. Like I grabbed Super Meat Boy for free. Yeah, I picked up Thimbleweed Park on iOS actually, kind of relevant to our previous conversation. But I haven't sat down and played it. What? Why am I crippled? Technician was critical. You were critically... Oh, you critically hit in the right arm. Oh, that's not good. It's not good, folks. That's gonna be... Oh, bollocks. Bollocks, bollocks, bollocks. I'm not... Hey, for those of you who want that game over screen, I feel like it's coming. I feel like it's coming. Critically hit again. Oh, now I got my APs back. Thank you. Hang on. Do I? You're gonna let me use my weapon? No, you're not. Because it is a two-handed weapon. Quartermaster was hit. Alright. I'll just throw grenades at you folks. Alright. Hey Short Raver, how you doing? I got my arm broke, but otherwise I'm good. Alright, it's time to go to the inventory. Wait, is that it? Is that... No, it's not yet. Don't heal, Quartermaster. It's been a, the short answer is Short Raver. It's been an evening. I've got the GECK. I went back to my village. It turns out that all of the people who were part of my village are dead now. We found a Star Trek shuttle that was grounded. And boy, oh boy, are those hypos good. They are, in fact, full stim packs. Super stim packs. And now we're in Navarro. And I'm getting shot at frequently. Oh, son of a... Ow, 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 ow. Well, that was not good. Yeah, I feel like this is definitely going to be... That was terrible. I'm going to get that game over screen. Those of you who've been hankering for it, here it comes. There it is. There it is.
You have perished.
That was quick, Ron. Thank you for that. Death. Oh, there's the hype. There it is. Oh, I'm going to start my death counter. It's not running. Let's try it again. Oh, we had it down on ammo that I've wasted. Deaths. Deaths. Command. Death. Start. So much hype. Look at all of that hype for death. How happy you are to see me dead. Alright, there we go. Now I got the right window up. Alright. Alright, alright, alright. As Matthew McConaughey is known to say. Alright, alright, alright. Okay, so let's... You have perished. I did perish, Geordie. I don't know why, but you feel like a Magnum tub. Magnum is a good ice cream. Tub Magnum is never a bad thing. Premium grenades. Thank you for the clip, Heron. Oh, that was, yes, that would have been my 249% shots. Look, that's fair. They were not good shots. Those critical hits were rough. Alright. We did not come here to play. Let's go recruit our Deathclaw. Will you let me through? Oh, interesting. Until the base goes on full alert, I can walk around. Oh, there we go. Really? How about I shoot you in the head instead? I did heal. I healed once, but then I died, Heron. So I gave you the thing that you were looking for. I gave you that good death action. Oh! Good lord! Critically hit for 108. Hot damn. That's something. Did you drop anything on the ground, Bob? What did you drop? Some weapon. Alright, let's go in and have a chat. Plate observer. Oh, hang on. What? I'm gonna scroll back up. I think I missed a few things there. Thank you, chatbot. Get out of the way. Not like this. Thank nice Matrix nice Matrix reference there, Capdap. Oh, Geordie says, hang on, where are we? Got Subnautica but haven't checked it out since. Subnautica is great, has severe performance issues, even on high NPCs. Really? Does it? I did not know that, Heron. Geordie says, played Observer and didn't like it. Oh, bummer. I'm sad to hear that, Geordie. Like, that's actually a game that is on my list of things to play as like a interesting intersection of cyberpunk and horror, which doesn't happen often. Secretly doesn't want to see me die. Oh, likes to pretend. It's all in good fun. Hey, come here, buddy. Let's chat. No? Let's put away the weapon. Am I not going to get a chance to chat unless... Oh, that's weird. I don't get a chance to chat with it unless the base is on alert, I guess? Or is it glitching? Because it... How weird. I guess let's go put the base on alert. Oi! That was not a good plan, Mr. Scientist. Wow, this is a salty scientist. Oh, I guess it's on again. How interesting, but I couldn't recruit the Deathclaw. Hit for 54. Hit for 42. Yeah. I was just building suspense for the scientist. I just wanted the scientist to have a chance to really rethink their life choices. Potato gems. Potato gems are good. Do it. If you have a way of getting potato gems, make it happen. Your dinner last week, I remember, Geordie. Still sounds amazing. There you go. Who else wants to go? This is my favorite job. Well, you're not very good at it, scientist. Yeah, potato gems are also known as tater tots. Basically, small little bits of potato that are breaded. They're really good. They're really good. Alright, let's deal with you, Sunshine, because you can actually hurt me. It's not quite a chip because the potato tends to be softer than a chip. But imagine basically you cut out sort of small like circles of potato, and then that potato is then crumbed. I'm trying to think if there's an equivalent of it in German cuisine. There must be. But then that potato is then crumbed and essentially deep fried. Like that's. You can also oven cook them as well. But it's really nice. It's just basically carbs. Carbs. Yeah, mini hash brown balls. That's a really good comparison. Wait. Critically hit for no damage. Man, they really get the shots in. Good lord. Am I unconscious? I must be.
You have died.
There it is.
Quest to find the Garden of Eden and return it to your village has failed.
Well, that's where you're wrong, Ron, because I did return the Garden of Eden. And as soon as I did that, that was when my village was dead. Alright, I'm gonna do something. Let's save again. Yes! So many deaths. I might have to take a chemical. I want to hold off though on doing the combat drugs because that weight allowance blowout is just harsh afterwards. Oh, that's very kind of you, Heron. And no, the hypes, like, don't get me wrong, the emotes were not an inconvenience at all. I recognized that I missed a few chat messages. No, it should just be Death Plus. Death Plus should be the command that that increases the counter. Let's have a look-see. That should be doing the job. Counter start amount. See what happens if I do it now. Yeah, no, it's keeping the it's keeping a count for some. I don't know why it's not displaying it. Rest assured, though, there is a count that is happening. Yeah, I'll look into that. I'll look into that later. But yeah, chatbot is being a bit silly. It's keeping its count, but it's not displaying it. But I think if I do death, it's probably expecting a parameter now. It's either chatbot has messed its settings up somehow, or they've changed the way that command works. I'll have a look at that at some point in time. Because it's keeping its counter, it's just not displaying them. That's why it's saying increased every time I do that. Sure. Yeah, that's totally cool. That's okay. I get it. It's off limits. Just one question though. I'm not going to get that good critical this time. Yeah, the number does exist inside chatbot, but for some reason it's not echoing it out. Meh. Did I clock my deaths? Maybe. Look, that was definitely happening, I think, in Alien Isolation. Can I chat with you? I still can't chat with you. It's like once I've friended it, it's locked that companion off somehow. I don't know. Oh, let's get rid of you. He did last time though. He talked, like, the minute I popped in the room. It was, I think the difference was I'd gone to the computer first and then I'd put the base on full alert. Once the base is on full alert, he will talk to me. Like, he basically Zahn had this big speech where Zahn was like, "Oh, are you the cause of the base being on full alert?" And then, like, wanted to join up with me. So he can talk. Just for some reason isn't doing it right now. Aha, I see. You're messing with me. And now we're one technician down. Yeah. That was a long bow to draw. Alright, let's close the door. Stop those shenanigans from happening. Yeah, I don't know why. Don't know why it's not letting me talk. I guess I've got to go through that exact sequence. Did I clock my deaths? Capdaf, that may have happened. I think I said it before, but yeah, I think we definitely hit that point in Alien Isolation. Oh, hey everyone, thank you for joining me over here. That's very kind of you, where it's a lot easier to shoot you. I very much appreciate the consideration there. Alright, now there's 3 of you. It's time to do this. I missed. That was not inspiring. I thought it wasn't the standard phrase to welcome guests to his home. You just never know. There we go. Yeah, shoot each other. Alright, I need to use a hypo, sadly. Whee! Take me all the way back up. Take me all the way there. Over there. Oh, there we go. That's what we want to see. Kill the guard. Mama! Ooh! Threw a grenade at his feet. Now that God is dead, carry on. That's true. No one survives. No one knows. Oh. Did that hit anyone? No, that just missed. For some reason my percentages have gone out the window. I can afford 2 squares. Let's move 2 squares closer. There we go. Just gonna keep throwing grenades at you people until you learn. There we go. Okay, now there's 2 of them left, so we switch back. Good night, Geordie. Thank you so much for your company this evening, and thank you so much again for your company as well, Heron. Thank you. Appreciate the lurk very much. I'm going to keep on plugging through this base. I'm going to see where we end up by the end of tonight. Don't heal guard. Don't do that. See, this is where it'd be really nice to have Zahn on my side. That would be just super. Wait, what? What? Did I not use that? Apparently I didn't. Unless the hypos only work once. Alright. It's time to hit the buff out. Commander. There we go. That guard was pesky. That was the one doing most of the damage. Let's see if we can't take out this commander. Excuse me. That miss is chunky. A chunky sound. I feel like the commander's maybe going to have a key card. Oh, don't heal. Don't. No, no. No, don't heal. Oh, he's picked up the weapon off the guard. He's like, oh, I'll take that. And there we go. Alright. What do we got? Oh, I did drop the hypo accidentally. Plasma rifle. What is that thing? Laser pistol. Remains of guard. Oh, oh, there's a guard that's been chewed apart here. I don't suppose any of you folks have plasma rifle. Don't suppose any of you folks have a pass key, do you? Not seeing anything. Plasma pistol. And there's my level. Again. So we'll save this time. Oh. I honestly thought someone with... Yes! Oh, there we go. Now we go. Yes, I am. Fine, we're in this together. We're in this together now. Alright, I'll do my level and then I'll save the game. Whoop! Wrong button. Sharpshooter! Let's get it. Let's get that sharpshooter going. Done. Small guns. Energy weapons. Spend most of the points again going up there. 95. Lockpick. Boost that to 90. Speech. How's your week been, Damien Wise? What's been happening in your neck of the woods? What is the best thing that has happened to you this week? Alright, let's save in a different slot. Take bonus rate? Refresh my memory, Mag. What does bonus rate do for me? Doo-doo-doo-doo. Is that bonus? -1 AP for each strike. Oh, that does sound pretty good, actually. I did not read the description on that clearly. That does sound pretty cool. I'll be happy in the meantime with an increased chance of hitting. See how that goes. Hang on, let's science it. Can I science the console? You failed to learn anything. And it asked me for my password at the computer, so I don't think I can get in there. So... Why the alert? What's happening? I don't know. It's a mystery. It's a complete mystery, dude. I think the base is under attack. You wait there, I'll go get help. How's your week been, Mag? Thank you so much for popping into the stream, too. I take it you're a Fallout 2 diehard fan? Well versed in the mechanics of the game? Just making sure that nothing's on fire. Doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Nothing is on fire. Alright. So now we've got to figure out where we can go in this base. I want a key card. I want a key card. There's a computer. It follows. What do you mean there, Heron, when you say it follows? Tell me more. What do we got? Suspension... What? Suspension tank? Where? Oh, gotcha, the Deathclaw follows. Yeah, no, Heron. Yeah, that's right, the Deathclaw does follow. Yeah, it was literally just the same thing that happened before. It was just once basically things turned bad and I got out of combat, it then started talking like Zahn then talked to me. It just, like, it takes that circumstance to trigger that dialogue. It Follows, by the way, also a really good horror film. It's very pretty. It's a very pretty horror film. Can't get there. I can't get there because of Zahn. I picked up what you were putting down. Loved your work. Right. Hey Zahn, get out of the way. Thank you, Zahn. So when it said I see a suspension tank, where the heck was that? Must have been somewhere else. Hmm. Let's go have a look in here. It's locked. It's not locked for long. Oh, you failed to disable the lock. Well, let's try again. Yay! We disabled the lock. Oh. Tankerfob, an encoded passkey that provides access to highly secure areas. And there's a pack of tragic cards. Interesting. How interesting. Well, I guess there's my passkey. Yeah, there's a really good trope. There's a really good trope around that Heron called refrigerator logic. And I guess it depends on the person, but I tend to find that if a film, like if I watch a film and during the film the logic feels consistent and it feels real, then I will, afterwards there is this thing called refrigerator logic that can happen. The idea is, like the name of the trope comes from the fact that you could be opening the fridge to get like a late night snack after you've come home from watching the film, and suddenly you're like, hang on a minute, that doesn't make sense because of this reason. And I tend to, like, for me, if a film gets me while I'm watching it and it feels consistent then, I'm happy to give it the benefit of the doubt. Like, as far as I'm concerned, it did its job. But I'm not surprised that I'm sure that there are like aspects of the film. Cannot get there. Okay, well, I'll go back there. What do you mean I cannot get there? Oi, Zahn, get out of the way. Man, companion AI is just terrible. Gotcha, you said you enjoyed it. Yeah, I'm not surprised. That I'm sure that if you sat down and thought through the logic of it, there would definitely be holes that would pop up. The door requires a passkey, but I had a passkey. I used a passkey. I guess that's not a passkey. Let's try it again. I guess it's not that kind of passkey then. It says it's an encoded passkey that provides access to highly secure areas, but I guess it's not going to work on that door. be very sad if this is like if this becomes like an interface thing at some point where I'm just not doing the right thing. It's not a highly secure. It's not a highly secure area. It just needs a passkey. It just needs a regular passkey. Yeah, I guess it's not the right lock for the right place. All right, let's go wandering. I think that's everything we can do on this level. So let's go down, down into the depths of the Navarro base. We get a death claw. That's pretty cool. Oh! Who wants to shoot at me? You do. Well, in that case, sir, I'm going over here. Shoot at my Deathclaw companion instead. Yeah, you go sort him out, Deathclaw. I'll just happily stand over here. Let's peek out. And go pew pew. Oh! Jesus, I just hit my companion. That was not a win. Let's take the quartermaster down. But I can't do that without ammo. I've shot Zahn. No, I know, Heron. I know you don't know anything about Fallout 2 there, so that you're kidding. I thought it was funny. The idea that it was a passcode, but wasn't a highly secure passcode. Down in the depths of Goblin Town. The German name is Ice Cold Little Hand. That's much better. That's much better, Aaron. Yeah, it's just called Thing. That's absolutely right. It is just called Thing in English, which is a bit... hey, Quartermaster. I'm assuming I'm shooting you. 26 points. Best thing this week. Wednesday last week at the gym, back gave a warning twinge, stupid lost concentration, had myself to blame for bad technique. Friday last week skipped gym as a precaution, but did a fair amount of walking on Friday, and then a weekend to get things moving, back came good. Gym 3 times this week, no problems at all. Back is in good shape, but tonight's workout was long. Awesome! Good work for correcting and getting back on form, Damien Wise. There we go. Goodbye, Quartermaster. And very soon, goodbye, Guard. Yeah, what is the German word for ice cold little hand, Heron? I'm imagining that it's a bit more concise. Going along that line of like the German language having a word for everything, being a compound word. Move, Zahn. Alright, let's finish combat. Alright. Yay! There we go. Zahn, move over there. Stimpack, I will take that. I'll take another Stimpack. What else have we got? Oh, a lighter? Motion sensor? Do we want the motion sensor? Booze? Let's take the motion sensor. Scouters Hanschen. My German's terrible, so that pronunciation I apologize for is probably just way off track, but okay. Okay, so it's still a little bit longer. Refers to the size and it's called Leeching. I'm not even gonna try for that second one at the moment. Yeah, I was using Shift Mag. Thank you for the tip. Looks like the quartermaster didn't leave anything at all. But yeah, I was using the old right shift to highlight items. Ah, it's left shift. There we go. That's the problem. Wrong shift. Here's me thinking I was doing it. But I wasn't. 10 mil submachine gun. Do I want that? Small energy cell. Oh, small energy cells I want. This must be something I dropped previously when I was down here. Because small energy cells will power my phaser. My Star Trek phaser. Alright, Zahn, just move it. Just hoof it. Burn Leeching. Yeah, fair cop, fair cop. It's a little bit, it was just, in part it's a little bit difficult to see on the side monitor. It's a little bit difficult to read a language that isn't English. Just because I can't guess at what's happening with some letters. The text is small. Is that all the small energy cells? No, it's not. Am I taking? I'm assuming I'm taking some of them. Oh, there we go. Now I'm at maximum weight capacity. So what kind of damage does the phaser do? Let's have a look-see at that. Because I'm super curious now. I mean, the idea of ripping through here with a Star Trek phaser is kind of hilarious. Because I get 54 to 78. Ah, the phaser's only 20 to 30. With a range of 25. That's not great. That's not great at all. Plasma rifle's 30 to 65. That's not bad though. That's comparable to... 30 to 65. Oh no, 54 to 78. The pulse rifle's still by far the better weapon. So how about you eject your ammo and then we'll drop you. Boink. There we go. So many windows open to track. Yeah. Exactly. Alright, let's head on down. Let's get down and burger. Get down and burger. Oi, Zahn, get... Your pathfinding, Zahn, is terrible. Okay, so we are on... Alright, we want next to the elevator. Whee! Someone around here is going to have a passkey. Or the passkey that I need. Oh, hello. Sorry, sir. Sure, identification? How about that? How about I fill you full of lasers? Man, Zahn covers some distance. That's a quick mover. There we go. So what brings you here, Mag? Is it, did you search for the game? How did you find us? There is a survey on the homepage of the channel. I'd love to hear a little bit more about how you popped in here, if you have a second to fill that out. Oh, okay. Hang on. That's as far as I'm getting down there as well. Interesting. Interesting. Let's go back up to the surface, I guess, and see if I can find Sorry, I'm not sure if you're talking about mechanics of the game or how to like get through the current area. But just keep in mind that this is a no spoilers stream. I appreciate you reminding me about mechanics of the game, but I'm not sure if you're... But just in case, please don't spoil. Especially sort of late in the game. Which is not saying that what you're saying is a spoiler. Alright, let's do. I can probably drop those small fusion cells again then, seeing as the weapon that uses them isn't fantastic. Let's do a spot of healing. Do a spot of healing. Hey there, buddy! Oh, you're ignoring me there. Fair enough. The cook. Oh. The cook ignores me, but you do not. Oh, good lord!
You have died. You shall never know what happened to your kidnapped village.
Ah, now we're getting the new... Now we're getting the new text. Ow. Ow, ow, ow. Lost 3 current hit points. Yep, there it is, Heron. Too weak. Maybe, Mag. Maybe. Do I have the pass key? Where did we save again? Where did we save, folks? It was an unhappy surprise. Oh, okay, so that was saving. Yeah, I do like that's very true. I do like the fact that it actually did update. Like we've now got new options. Alright, so together we will crush our enemies. Alright, so this is where we stopped before. But yeah, that was a bit nasty. 50 hit points of damage straight off the bat. Okay, so here's a question then, Mag. When you say that my character is weak, what would, given the fact that I'm in the best armor that one can find, what would make the character less resistant to damage other than increased endurance? Alright, now where did we find... We found the pass key over there, so we'll go and grab that. Doop 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 doop. Dee 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 dee. It was a nasty attack. Failed to set a lock. Well, I'll do it again. Yeah. Oh, we're disabled now. Right, let's do it. Ah, I locked it, of course. Wait, what? What? I successfully disabled it and then I locked it again. I'm that good. I'm that good, folks. And now I can't unlock it. There we go. Let's grab the pass key. There we go. Nothing else in here. You retrieve the tanker fob, which does not let me through that door. Which is strange. Zardoz. There was a Zardoz reference in there then, Capdaf. Not having seen the film, you may have to walk me through that. To my shame, I have not seen Zardoz, although it looks amazingly bad. This free software you're using isn't working perfectly. Damn it! What isn't? What are you using? Tell me more. Let's try this again. Let's try this again. This door requires a passkey to unlock, so obviously it's not. It's still not the passkey I'm looking for. Alright, let's go up to the surface. Use score. Oh, bugger. Mag, sorry, I'll just let you know again, no spoilers, please. Like, you may know what needs to happen to get through here, but please do not spoil what is happening right now, or please don't spoil this part of the game. I will not ask you again. Okay? Next time I will put you in timeout. Part of the fun of all of this is watching me bumble along. Alright, this time I'm not going to run around up to the surface. Or at least I'm not going to run. There we go, still got to kill these two. Ow, 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 ow. The gosh, indeed. Celebrating the death. Alright. Off you go, son. This is the first time I think I've had to do this. Actually... Wow, that's the first time I've banned someone. What an exciting moment. That's what happens when you don't listen. Wow. Yeah. Like, what's the... That's so bizarre. Like, what's the joy that you get out of doing that? Like, coming into stream and after someone asks you not to spoil, just deliberately spoiling. Like, yeah, what's the upside of that? How weird. Yeah, initially I was gonna put them in timeout, but then I thought, no, like if you double down after I ask you not to, and you don't just spoil once but twice deliberately, no, that's it. Off you go, son. Wow. 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 There we go. That's more the Owen Wilson wow. You need like a bit of oxygen in there. Wow. Wow. How bizarre. Alright, let's... Kevin is going to remember to save more frequently around here. So that we don't have to fight the quartermaster in this guard again. Wow. Wow. Still a Christopher Walken. Could be. The Walken is strong. It's hard to shake Christopher Walken impulse. Gotcha. Yeah, it's a good point, Heron. I don't... At some point in time, I will sort something out about... mods, but that's there's a few other things I need to sort out first. Oh, it's not so much a joke. I think Capdaf was saying more that the wow that I was saying still sounded more like Christopher Walken's wow than like an Owen Wilson. Owen Wilson's a very, very particular sound. Hey Ace, thank you so much for the raid. Very much appreciated. Hello everyone, and welcome to the stream. I am VoiceOver AU, also known as Kevin Power. We are playing Fallout 2 at the moment. It's been, it's been a big night. Let's see what's happened. We've got the GECK. We're in the base in Navarro, where I'm dying frequently, because that's kind of my thing. Folks here will tell you that I do die a lot. We've coined a term tonight. Heron has coined the term tonight of the gosh, celebrating basically the anticipation of watching me die, which happens a lot. We just had our first ban as well, so I'm so glad that you folks turned up now and not when we were putting someone in the naughty corner, because that was the moment. How is everyone? Friday night's question is always, what is the best thing that has happened to you this week? So if you like what you're hearing, then hang around and let me know what the best thing is that's happened to you this week. Thank you so much for the follow, Goldfish811. Very much appreciated. Game over screen hype. Thank you for reminding me, Heron. That is exactly what it is. The game over screen hype, which happens a lot. We get treated to Ron Perlman's beautiful...
A steadfast supporter.
There we are. There's our video notification. Yeah, no one wants to watch. Like, yeah, I feel like there's a lot of people that folks could be watching if they wanted to watch people play games well. How are you going, Ace? How have you been? Thank you so much again for the raid. I very much appreciate it. How'd your stream go this evening? What were you streaming? Oh, thank you so much, Codsworth, for reminding people about the polls as well. Yeah, if you do like what you're seeing here, then let me know what you'd like to see more of. I typically stream the Fallout series. We're playing through Fallout 2. And on Wednesday nights, I stream horror games. We're playing through the Resident Evil 2 remake at the moment. But yeah, dying is a mainstay. It's a mainstay of what happens here. We die a lot. Oh, also, I haven't, I still don't know if it reads on camera, but I haven't messed up my face. I've just been playing with scar makeup today for a LARP. Best thing this week for you was applying for updated driver's license with updated middle name. Oh, fantastic! Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, there are a few things better than all of that sort of aligning with your identity, are there? Yeah, that's right. We've now got 9 followers to go until we hit that Hitman 2 subathon. We recently did a stream for charity for the Summer Skies 10K marathon. Goodbye, guard. And it was a lot of fun. So one of the things we're going to be doing when we hit 100 followers is we're going to be doing a Hitman 2 subathon. Oh! Finished your first full ambition playthrough of a Captain in Summer Skies. There you go. Yeah, snap. I was literally just talking about that. How good is that game? Did you do the 10K challenge, Ace? Yeah, that game is so good. Hang on, where are you going? Where are you going? Yeah, I'm definitely going to be saving before I go upstairs. I'm just trying to figure out. I think I can't save yet. I think Zahn has found... No, there we go. Come back, Zahn. You did the full 24 hours. That is awesome. Good lord. My hat is off to you. My captain's hat is off to you. Do you have VODs for that? Which reminds me as well. We're gonna lose sound for a second because Kevin's gonna do something that he should have done a long time ago. Where are we? I'm gonna press a magic button. There we go. There we go. There's a button that should be happening. Ah, sweet. I'll have a look and check them out. See if I can find them. Alright, let's go back into Fallout 2. There's our sound back again. Yeah, I think it was, oh god, what's the city that you go to where you can, I'm trying to remember what the port is where you can have your soul worked on? Can't remember what it's called. But when I hit there, that was the first time where I realized just how deep the narrative mechanics of that game go. Yeah, Carolyn, thank you so much. Yeah. Funnily enough, like as per brand, I've died a lot playing that game, but my current playthrough is actually surviving pretty well. Too early for a gosh. Yeah, I haven't died yet, but I'm about to go upstairs. So your dreams may be fulfilled very soon. That's amazing though, 24 hours. Like, how did you find your energy went during that, Ace? Like, presumably you sat down and did the full 20, you're saying you did the full 24 hours yourself. That's an epic effort. How did you find your energy went with that? Because I found I did like 9 until, it was like 9 until 5 in the morning, and I found that last hour it was tough, even with the no-dos. Alright, let's pop that sneak back on. Oh wow, my sneak's good enough that getting past them. Nice. Well, that seems useful. Oh no, I can't get past someone who's right next to me. Funnily enough. Oh, gotcha. So you normally keep your VODs for being like your role-playing stuff. Lots of apples, good food, snacks, caffeine, and company. Oh, awesome. You got pretty weird towards the end. I'm not surprised. Good planning. Good planning. All right. Let's tear stuff up. Let's level Navarro. Let's see how this goes. I get the feeling I should take some jet at this point. Hi everyone. Yeah, apples are a good idea because I guess that's low, like good for energy, but not gonna overfill you. Ah, Zahn is bringing it. Hey Xenomorph Queen, it's been a little while. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. We're at the pointy end of Fallout 2 at the moment. Repair loading exosuits. We got company! We do. Oh, go Zahn. Zahn is just bringing it. Oh, wait, who are you? Who are you? Of an unusual design. There is an insignia on the breastplate that you are unfamiliar with. Does that mean they're not Enclave? It is a target-rich environment, unfortunately. Guard. Oh, it's just a guard. Fair enough. Oh! Good lord. Critically hit in the left arm for 56 points. There it is. There's another death. We saved before we went upstairs though. Someone has a big crush on you and he thinks you're like the perfect person and the dream girl. But you don't prefer humans. Yeah, I guess the other potential danger there, Heron too. Blah. Sorry. I'm attributing to the wrong person. I'm reading and talking at the same time. See, this is why I'm not in a boy band. Yeah, I guess the danger there too, Xenomorph. Like it's always great to have someone have a crush on you. It's like it's flattering to have that energy, but when you say sounds like you thinks you're the perfect person, that sounds a little bit like they might be putting you on a pedestal. Is that fair? Because that's always dangerous. In the sense that, you know, it's super easy to fall off that pedestal and then have that person just go, "Brr, you're a human being, and that frustrates me. I don't like you being human." Yeah, I actually saved in the right place. And yes, that was a gosh. That was a gosh. That was the game over screen hype. I might even save up here now, because I've reloaded. Let's do that. Let's update that save a little. I'm a little worried that my oh, there we go. Yeah, my cursor is corrupted. I'm a bit worried about that. But hopefully Fallout 2. Fallout 2 is actually... It's been behaving for us tonight, which is nice. I'm gonna jinx it now. I'm gonna jinx the damn thing by mentioning that. But yeah, it's been behaving. So how do you feel about that person, Xenomorph Queen? Like, how do you feel about the person who has the crush on you? Can you please record a suitable funny sound file for deaths? I should. I really should. And attach it to a chat command. That's a really good idea. That's a really good idea. Can you message me in Discord on that, Heron? I've got a bit of homework to I should have my 2 weeks of like intensive like study time coming up soon, because I've got some homework in terms of stuff to record for you as well. Your response to crushes is, "Thank you, I'll do my best to treat your feelings with the respect they deserve." That's a really good response, Ace. That's a really measured response. Hang on, measured's a terrible way of phrasing it. It's a really considerate response. Thank you so much for that, Heron. Thank you, and I'll put that into my list of things to do. It's been a I've actually been. I'm not going to complain about this at all, but there's been a nice influx of VO work recently, so that's been keeping me quite busy. I've been finding that apart from the basics of managing this, like managing sort of what I'm doing streaming wise, my time is taken up with projects and with VO. I did some on-camera work last week while I was ill. I think I mentioned this on the I think I mentioned this while we were doing the Resident Evil 2 stream. I actually did some on-camera work for an escape room. Normally, I'm only doing like voice work. I just work in a booth, and it was really fun. It was really fun. I want more of that. Your phone, your phone died right when you read my message. So, Xenomorph Queen, the question I had for you was, after I read your message, like the two things that I mentioned there is, first of all, I was saying that it sounds like it's a little dangerous because being put on a pedestal means it's really easy for you to fall just by dint of being human and disappoint that person. Like that's always the problem with someone seeing you in an idealized form. The other question I had for you is, like, how do you feel about the person who has the crush on you? Like, what do you think of them? But yeah, yes, Heron, your point about recording sound files and attaching to a chat commands is a really good one. I've actually got a couple of I've got a couple of packs that I'm going to be putting together voiceover wise. But that's something I can do in the meantime, just as a random thing. I should, especially for deaths. I'll do so. I promise you, I'll put together some stuff for deaths. And now we've got Gosh. So I think doing something with Gosh is almost like it's a must. You don't really like them like that. Well, it sounds like it. Oh, thank you so much for bringing that back in too, Ace. Yeah, Ace's response to that was a really thoughtful one. A really good way of sort of walking that line. For the Gosh. Yeah, absolutely. I'll practice my Owen Wilson for the Gosh, Heron. Not your type, nor the species that you prefer. From what you have posted in Discord, this is apparent. And they already know. Oh, okay, they already know. Now we're going to hang Zahn out to dry and see how Zahn goes with fighting all these people. Do you feel that they're going to? Do you feel that person's going to respect like what you've said then, or are you concerned that they're not going to listen to what you're saying? I'll just walk a little bit over here. I should be able to. Yes, there we go. Perfect. 33 points. I probably don't want to throw a grenade, but let's see what happens. I've already taken a big chunk out of Zahn. Like 40 points. Actually, no, that was a different game. That was a different playthrough. Guard was hit for 35. Nice. That worked the way I wanted it to. Yes. Exactly, Ace. Establish them boundaries. You feel bad. Why do you feel bad? Do you feel bad because you don't reciprocate that emotion? Sweet Jesus, this is a target-rich environment. I'm glad that you feel that they will respect that boundary too. That's good to know. Alright, we're gonna pop some jet here. I feel like this is, like if there is a moment that requires jet, it's this. Let's hit... In the midst of having very meaningful conversations about very serious things, I'm going to pop some combat drugs. Ah, buff out's actually probably more what I wanted, but I don't have any buff out. Do you say that because Xenomorph Queen is still feeling bad about the situation, Ace? Is that why you think that there might be a boundary there that's sort of more a subconscious one? Very insightful, by the way, Ace. From our chats in person, this does not surprise me. Although I suppose we never really talked about deep and meaningful stuff, but even from Twitter, it does not surprise me that you are that insightful. I feel like Zahn's going to die here. I feel like we're taking Zahn out for a walk, and Zahn is going to die. Yep, understood that you have boundaries, Xenomorph Queen, and it's good that you, like, it's a good thing that you have them, but I think Ace's question was more around the fact that if you feel bad about the situation, that maybe there's something that you haven't thought through on a conscious level, or is it just the fact that you feel bad that someone is sort of left holding that unrequited attraction? Yeah, that's true, Heron. It is it can be common to feel bad, like if someone feels something for you and you don't reciprocate it. That's true. Yeah, one thing along those lines, being honest and straightforward, absolutely. And one thing that I'm having to learn at the moment, myself, and I think it's a really important step, is recognizing someone else's emotion but not owning it or feeling responsible for it. Because that way lies, like, taking responsibility for what's happening with other people is just a rabbit hole. You feel bad that he likes you, but you don't. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Like, not. It can suck. It can suck if you don't, if you don't get the object of your attraction. I think is a bad term for it. But yeah, it can suck if you feel basically that you're left out in the cold. But otherwise, like, that feeling of romantic attraction should be a nice thing for someone, even if it isn't even if it isn't returned, that in and of itself should be and can be like something that is wonderful. Because I guess one way to look at it. Oh, there we go. There's Zahn. Oh, and there's me. Good lord. Critically hit for 85 points.
Your life ends in the wasteland.
The send button didn't even let you finish your sentence. Is your phone messing with you? I thought that was Geordie who had that problem a while back. Is your phone messing with you as well? Hype for the gosh. Gosh! Indeed. But yeah, I guess trying to expand on like Ace's point, like not wanting to speak on behalf of them. Left out in the cold feeling is usually based on the other things you're dealing with inside yourself. Yeah, no, that's very true. It's not the responsibility of the person that you desire. And I guess, like, without wanting to speak on behalf of you, Ace, like when you say it should be a nice experience, that's very true, because how often do we actually experience a strong romantic attachment to someone? When that happens, it's a freaking gift. Like, sometimes you can go years without running into someone where you feel that incredible, just magnetic attraction to them. And yeah, it's a good point, Ace, that like if someone feels that attraction, but then feels cut off, feels isolated because it's not returned. It's a good point. But that's to do with stuff that they need to process inside themselves. The send button is so close. Oh, I see. It's bad UI. It's bad UI. That's going to be responsible for some terrible situations. I meant to hit backspace, but instead I sent the thing that I rethought. Alright, let's take the jet straight away. Actually, no, we don't need to. And yes, folks. Very lucky to crush on people often and easily. Nice! That's really awesome, Ace. Yeah, crushes are wonderful. Falling in love with someone for 5 minutes at a time. That's one way that I think of it myself. And yeah, when they happen, what a gift. What a freaking gift. Have to deal with people crushing you a fair bit because you're semi-public. You have to deal with people crushing on you a fair bit because you're a semi-public trans activist, so you're used to having to handle them. Oh, okay, so it's that visibility that puts you in people's line of sight then? Like that's what sort of what's the phrase I'm looking for there? That's what makes you more visible? Okay. Gotcha, that makes sense. Plus, I imagine it seems as well that working in the games community and being trans, that there's a very accepting community there. It seems like that would also put you in the orbit of people who would be inclined to do that. Because you're talking about things I care about. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's a good point. Oh! Good lord. Guard was critically hit for 168 hit points. RN Jesus, at this exact moment in time, is a fan. It's like the gay hairdressers thing. Yeah, I do like that about, like, that does seem to be a wonderful part of the game dev community, that there does seem to be globally, like it's not any one city or anything, but it seems like a space where trans people feel comfortable and Well, actually, yeah, I guess I couldn't even... Why do you think that is? Do you have a theory about that? Or is it just... Is it one of those things that, you know, doesn't necessarily have, like, a... You wouldn't necessarily expect to have an explanation. It's awesome, either way. You managed to attract many males and once a female. So you find you do have people crushing on you fairly regularly then, Xenomorph Queen? Alright, this is where the fight went bad last time. Do we want to pop some jet? We want to pop some jet. We want to pop some jet. Jet, 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 jet. Yeah, I think it's interesting the phrasing you're using there. I don't want to read too much into it, Xenomorph Queen, but I think that there's... I think if you look at some of the things that Ace is saying there, they're like there's an invitation to maybe rethink how you consider what happens when someone does crush on you and what your and I think responsibility is the right word there. It sounds like you feel that there's an obligation or a responsibility to reciprocate. Is that fair? Because when you say let them down, like that, there's an automatic, like it sounds like there's an automatic assumption from your perspective that you are disappointing them, that you are doing less than you should, air quotes, be doing in that situation. Drill Sergeant. IT is a less gendered space than most industries, and games is where IT people go when they want to be creative. Interesting. Having worked in an IT background, I would probably question, like I spent probably about 10 years as an IT consultant. I would probably question that perception of IT being less gendered. I found it pretty hostile. Like from at the tech end of things, it seemed very hostile to female participation. But your experience may be very different to that. Oh, I didn't want to hit myself with a grenade, but I did, for about the same as I did to them. I'll go over there then. Those plasma grenades aren't really useful against them. I can see your point about the Venn diagram overlap between games and IT, though. Like, games is definitely uses some similar skills and is a much more creative space. Oh, there we go, dead again.
Not even the
change of subject.
Are interested in your radiated
Fair
cores.
enough. Fair enough. The actual industry is super gendered and broy and shit like that, but cultural perception of it is less masculine, so to say, supposed to hide your trans in the closet. Okay, yeah, fair cut. Gosh. Well, gosh. I'm not even going to try and do like a goofy, actually. You finished your Lin-Manuel Miranda John Carpenter mashup. Oh, that sounds amazing! John Carpenter's a freaking dude. Like, we have those polymaths, like, that are few and far between. You know what I'm going to try? I'm going to see what happens if I come up at a different spot in the base. Is that worthwhile? Maybe not. I don't know that it's going to get better than where I am here. Be right back. Alright. It's always a pleasure having your company, Xenomorph Queen. But the cultural perception of it is less masculine, so it's a safe space to hide if you're trans in the closet. Yeah, okay, fair enough. I'll pay that. I'll pay that. Gonna go look for Sunless Skies fanfic again. There's Sunless Skies fanfic? That sounds awesome. Yeah, we'll be wrapping up. We'll be pulling up stumps in about 12 minutes. Which is probably going to be another 12 minutes of me dying, to be fair, here. I used my buff out in the wrong fight. Bridge 3 Hamilton riffs together as an intro to the Halloween theme. Awesome! And thank you for the support, Ace. Thank you for the believing in me. Oh, now I can't throw grenades. Because Zaun's over there. It's all good though, either way. Like, if Xenomorph Queen isn't back, like, doesn't come back, because she's off doing stuff. She's tired. As always though, you folks bring the best chats. Like, you really do. It's always a highlight of my week streaming here. The conversations are so insightful. Wow, that was quick.
Rest in peace, chosen one.
It's another gosh. Now, seeing as chatbot's misbehaving, I'll tell you what the counter is at the moment. We're at 11, which is not bad. Streaming with a good community is the freaking best. It really is. And the conversations here are interesting because we tend to go from pretty light and irreverent through to some fairly sort of heavy stuff from time to time, and I love moving across that spectrum. Actually, you know what we could do? I wonder. Oh, those guards there aren't really the problem though, like they go away pretty quickly. It's the one in the middle there who is more of an issue. So using plastic explosives is probably not going to be a huge help. But if I can get over here, let's at least go over here with some cover. Yeah. Zahn, get out of the way. No, just move all the way out, Zahn. Oh, thank you, Heron. That's so wonderful of you to say. The gameplay is almost irrelevant. Well, it would have to be like, I hope you're not looking for skilled gameplay when it comes to Fallout. But yeah, thank you so much for that. I'm glad to hear that the style syncs well with you, because it's, yeah, I just try and be sincere and relaxed with y'all, and just chill out and play games. There are actually games I'm good at. This will shock you, but yes, there are games I'm good at. I'm actually pretty good at, God, Uncharted, I guess would be an example, like action-adventure games like that. I platinumed Spider-Man. I platinumed that bad boy. I don't know how well I'd go on stream though. Oh, not at all, Ace. Like, I would love to hang in on your streams too. But yeah, same deal. Yeah, it's just that, it's that Friday night. Love to see me stream Dark Souls 3. I assume by DS3 you mean Dark Souls 3? We've talked about that before, and that may happen. That may well happen, Heron. Hey, I'm doing pretty good at Resident Evil 2. I sound like I'm on the defensive now. I think I'm doing okay with Resident Evil 2. Alien Isolation, you're right though, I died like a shit ton. Like a lot. Dark Souls Remastered, yeah, it could definitely happen. You stream, how's the role-playing campaign going, Ace? Because you stream at least one, I think, like role-playing campaign on Sundays, don't you? Or have I got that wrong? Ooh, guard was killed. Guard was killed by Zahn. This is where I really should have had my jet. Because these folks who rock up in the room, they're the real problem. How far can I get? I wonder if I go outside of the room, there's actually less people shooting at me than there are inside. Oh! No, there aren't. No, Kevin, there's a lot more people shooting at you now. Oh, but they're all going into that fight. They all want to kill the, they want to kill poor old Zahn. Start with the third. Doing one RPG campaign at the moment. We've got more coming up because we wrapped up a bunch of things last year. Oh, nice, nice. Start with the third, and if the gameplay is fun for him, dares to play the others. No problem, the previous system was looking way worse and feel more clunky. Yeah, maybe even we could do Bloodborne, because although Bloodborne I've heard is a bit jankier and a bit more unfair than the other ones. Hey, so there's a lot of people here, folks. There's just like a lot of people. This is one of the most Erika moments that I've had so far. Just there we go. Just leaving Zahn in the room and going, "Hey everyone, kill the Deathclaw." Just go do that. Oh, there we go. I'm Goop.
You have died. Your village is lost, doomed to die of starvation.
Such a downer. Yeah, I don't know if it's a good comparison, but I started playing on my own time. I started playing God of War, the new God of War, on hard mode, and I found that I had to sit down for like 2 nights to learn the combat. Like I was just sitting down and dying constantly in the first fight. But once I sunk that time in, I don't want to do that. No, go away, go away. I just want to go down. I just want to go underground. David Bowie said it's cool. I want to go underground. Let's take the elevator. Can't apparently do it in combat. No, it won't let me go in combat. Bloodborne are too fast to follow on stream. Oh, okay, so Dark Souls tends to be slower, or does that go for those games as well, Ace? Like, do you find that they're just across the board, the combat is too fast? It's more about dodging and fighting quickly, whereas Dark Souls series is more about engaging most fights slowly and carefully. Okay. Dark Souls is way slower than Bloodborne. I guess because it doesn't have that dodging. Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll see how we go. Like, I'm certainly not opposed to doing a Dark Souls at some point in time. Oh yeah, that's right. I was talking about God of War. Yeah, I sat down and played through a chunk of God of War, but for the first, like, I literally sat down for 2 nights learning the combat and just dying constantly. But I found by the end of it, like, I really enjoyed it. I just had to master, like, what the rhythm of combat was. So that sounds analogous to, like, what a lot of people say with the, it seems analogous to how, like, the Dark Souls games work, although I get that, you know, you can't just sit down for an evening and then go, I'm a master at Dark Souls! I know everything! It doesn't work that way. We'll see. So many games, so little time. Alright, let's see what happens when we go up here. Watch streams while doing other things. Fair enough. Yeah, that would make I guess a turn-based RPG a lot much easier choice then. You see an Enclave technician, you don't want to talk to me? Hey, congratulations for reaching Squire as well, Ace. Thank you very much for your company. See a chair. Someone in military uniform. Can I talk to you? What's up? Are you under attack? Yeah, you are under attack. Oh. Oh, okay. You want to shoot me? Fine. Let's see if this creates a bit of vantage point. Still got one door here. I feel like Zahn can do crowd control inside. Yeah, the ranks... It makes it weird when we're playing horror games, but yeah, the ranks are for, Oh! Oh dear. Now everyone's in the room. That's not how I wanted it to go. Start playing XCOM 2 War of the Chosen with your audience. Oh, nice! Ah, that's so good, Heron. That's such a cool idea. And War of the Chosen is so much fun. Like, War of the Chosen takes XCOM 2 and it turns it into, like, the best kind of Saturday morning cartoon. I love how campy and over the top the Chosen are. Oh, there you go, guard. There we go. What do we do there? Technician was hit for 13 points. Technician was hit for 21. Technician was hit for 43. Alright, it's doing work. Throw another one. I feel like at the moment... Oh, I can actually. I was just about to say I feel like I can't miss, but hey, it turns out I can. Yeah, that's really true, Heron. Like being able to just pause in the middle of turn-based games to just talk through stuff. That's really true. It's a big plus. War of the Chosen, I think, goes on sale pretty frequently, though, doesn't it? And in terms of, but yeah, how many expansions do they have for that now? Yeah, it's true. Like if you get caught up in the gameplay, that's really true. It's difficult to respond to chat. I think we end up pausing the game a bunch of the time in Resident Evil 2 when we're talking about stuff. Yeah, that's true. Sunless Skies does have really great moments, and it's so gorgeous too. Like it's such a treat for the eyes when you're Oh yeah, getting to do the reading, yeah. That was really fun. Alright, can I control your ability to hit me here, folks? Not really. Yeah, the production value on that game is incredible. They've really stepped up. They have really stepped up the just across the board. Like I loved Sunless Seas. I didn't play a huge amount of it. I wasn't very good at it, but I loved like what I played. But yeah, Sunless Skies, it's a whole other level. I did spot the time was already over. I'm just going to see how far we can get with this last combat. I want to see if we can get, if this maybe, I don't think this is going to be the change that's going to make a difference because everyone's just pouring in through this door, but we'll see how we go. Oh, there we go. Because it's these, son of a... Yeah, this is not going to go well anyway. It's now a room full of Enclave. Don't hit the technicians, Zahn. Hit the people with guns. Hey, everyone. Who wants a grenade? Now it seems like I pretty much can't miss because the room is just filled with people. Yeah. There's like a lot of guards there. Just one more death. Yeah, I think the techs have laser pistols, so it's not a huge threat. Ow. Ow. Here it comes. I am indeed. There it is, folks.
You have died.
Oh,
Your quest to
Capdef
find
says,
the Garden of
thankfully you
Eden
don't have
and
too much
return it
chat
to
to
your
worry about. Oh,
village
it's a shame. People
has
should watch your
failed.
streams more. Your streams are awesome. Good lord! Good lord. Alright, folks, we have, I don't know how this worked. Gosh, we have 14 people here. Oh, this is gonna make me feel bad. I'm a terrible human being. I still haven't correctly configured my raid support in Streamlabs OBS. I will do this before next stream. You know what, we could, if folks are up for it, what I might do in the meantime anyway. Yeah, thank you so much for your company. It's been an absolute pleasure. I'll just have a quick look to see. Oh, that's right. I've got like a... Let's have a look at what raid assist is going to tell me. What are you using instead of slobs, Aaron? Out of curiosity, because slobs has been it's been giving me some grief. I will not lie. Just regular OBS. I'm tempted to pick a live channel. Ace, it's recommending for me to raid you. Hang on, let's go for raid. Raid. No, what are you doing? Pick a live channel to raid or host. Alright. Streaming directly off the PS4. That's a tough one. Alright. Yeah, okay, that's... Live raid is being silly, like, and recommending me to raid you back, Ace. So that's everything it's going to give me in terms of useful options. Thank you so much for a wonderful stream tonight, folks. I think we'll call it a night there. And cross fingers, by next time I will have, like, my raid support configured, but also... Because every time we go and look for someone who's playing Fallout 2, like, we just have a bunch of Russian gamers, and that's about it. So, yeah. It's been wonderful. Thank you so much for the raid again, Ace. I appreciate the company of your stream. Like, for you, all of you wonderful people rolling in here. I can't thank you enough for that. If you have enjoyed what you've seen here, then by all means, drop me a follow. I'd love to have you around in the future. I stream horror games on Wednesday nights, Fallout on Friday nights. It has been an absolute pleasure. The hour grows late, so get some sleep if you're at that point in your day. Otherwise, have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you around on Twitch. Be well, folks.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, check out some of our other videos, and for live content, come join me on Twitch.